Thank you for joining me for Story Time with Tanya for the story finale of An Unseen Threat. This is part 5. Rachel. Ma'am, this is Detective Mendez. We need you to tell us again what happened from the beginning. I nod slowly, gripping a cold cup of coffee as I recount the events leading up to this moment. The elevator, Naomi in the bathroom, the relentless flood of negative comments and reviews I suspect were Steven's doing, shutting down my socials, seeing Naomi point Steven out on a street corner where I yelled at him. When I get to the part about Zia having to threaten him at my doorstep with a prop gun, my hands shake so badly I have to set my mug down. Ma'am, I'm not sure we can press charges here. He hasn't physically harmed you, and anything else you suspect is likely a civil matter. We might be able to get a no contact order, but that could take some time. Is there somewhere else you can go where you'd feel safer? Detective Mendez asks. I don't respond right away, still trying to process everything. It takes another hour before they start wrapping up. Before leaving, Detective Mendez fills me in on what happened in the alley and how he managed to get inside the building. Now that's something we can charge him for. And if you cross paths with Naomi again, please give me her card. We can still press charges, we just need her to come forward. Zia shuts the door firmly behind the officers and turns to me. Rachel, you can't stay here, she says gently. Let's grab you a few things. Zia, you're right, and I think I need to get out of town for a few weeks. I'm gonna head back home to try to regroup. Can you book me a bus ticket under your name? I ask. Absolutely. I'll do it once we're done packing. Smart thinking. But if you're headed home, can he track you there? Her voice carries concern. No, I don't think so. This is my parents' new house, and my last name is different since I never changed it back to my maiden name. It should be fine. I just need a place to breathe, and I'm sure I can get it there. I'll leave tonight, I reply after some thought. We quickly pack my bags and then head to a private parking area where a car is waiting to whisk me off to Penn Station. I'm on the bus shortly after, finally able to breathe. A true sigh of relief. The next morning, my parents are waiting for me at the bus station. I'm overwhelmed when my mom envelopes me in a tight hug, and my dad pulls me in with a firm squeeze. Dad, a proud veteran, drives us home, his eyes scanning the surroundings to make sure we're not followed. Once home, Mom starts on breakfast while Dad makes coffee. Baby, pull out those mugs and plates for breakfast. Then let's take your things upstairs. Upstairs? I ask, puzzled. I thought this house had a finished basement. Yes, baby. Well, we're remodeling it. It won't be ready for another few weeks. Go ahead and take the big room in the back for now, she responds briskly. I take a few moments to regroup after putting my clothes away. When I come downstairs, Mom has expertly prepared a big breakfast. Over hot coffee and food, I explain everything. My parents listen quietly, unsure of what to say. How will this affect your business, Rachel? Mom asks, concern lacing her voice. You work so hard on these deals for this to happen? She shakes her head in disgust and falls silent. It sucks, I admit, but I worked out a few deals with the big ones after explaining what happened. While they're on hold, they've been understanding about why my pages are down. For the ones I couldn't save, I just filled content and sent it to them to use on their pages instead of mine. We'll see how that goes, I shrug. I'm really tired from this trip. I think I'm gonna go lay down. As exhausted as I am, I stare at the ceiling trying to figure out how I ended up here. I've always been skeptical of social media, but did I let it get to my head? Was I doing too much? I don't feel like I did. I don't think so. I'm confused how someone orchestrated all this. I had a feeling something was off, but never pinned it down. I should have dissected that instead of saying yes to that damn date. Did he cause the power outage too? Is that why we got stuck in the elevator? I dismissed that thought as I replay everything. What strikes me the most is when Naomi pointed him out on the street corner, I was shocked. He didn't even seem to recognize her. He passed by like she was a stranger. I can't let this dipshit stop my life, but I need to be smart and patient before I can get back in the game. I feel powerless right now, but I can't control everything. I'll focus on what I can control. This moment of clarity settles my mind enough for me to finally rest. After a week at home, I still feel jumpy, but feeling better. I'm easing back into things. My pages are up again, but I haven't posted anything new. I'm still creating content, just not posting to protect my own peace. The negative comments and smear campaigns seem to have died down. I can't prove it, but I know it was Steven. I don't know how. I just know. And if I've learned anything, it's to trust my gut. I jump a mile when Zia rings the doorbell, even though I'm expecting her. Somehow I missed her pulling up. I guess I'm more jumpy than I thought. She breezes in with bags and a hug. I've brought your favorite croissants. I hope they still taste good after this long ass drive, she exclaims. I missed you so much. Z, I'm so glad you're here. Can you believe this shit? I roll my eyes and usher her inside. Come sit and relax with your feet up. I'll make some tea. Zia looks serious as I set down the tea tray. Listen. Don't get upset, but I already took care of it. When the videographer reviewed our footage, you can see Steven in the background of a few shots. He was clever with his disguise, but I know it's him. I turned it over to Detective Mendez. Maybe we can get a restraining order after all, she explains. I listened surprised. Can you show me? I ask hesitantly. Are you sure? I'm worried about you. Maybe it's enough to know that the police have it, she replies. No, I need to see it. I won't let him scare me away from the truth I missed, I say firmly. Zia nods, pulls out her laptop, and shows me what was sent to the police. We sit in silence, and not only do I see Steven, I also see Naomi. I let out a sarcastic breath. Imagine that. 2 stalkers. Or is the stalker getting stalked? I joke. Zia pats my hand. That's not a question we can answer right now, she reminds me. You're right. Let's get to those revised contracts so we can have some fun, I say, shaking off the unanswered questions. That's my girl, Zia smiles, pulling out the new contracts, and we start reviewing carefully. I am so glad Zia spent the weekend with me and my parents. I'm sad to see her go, but she promises we'll video chat on Faces as much as I need. As she's leaving, my phone rings from an unknown number. Since so few people have this new number, I answer. It's Detective Mendez with an update. Steven was spotted near the New York side of the Canadian border. He tells me not to let my guard down, but hopes this news brings me some relief, and it does. As the weeks go by, I start to feel more like myself. Less nervous, but still a little jumpy. I know I'm jumpy because when I went to the grocery store, I felt watched even though no one was around. Yesterday at a meeting in Durham, I had the same feeling. I stayed alert, eyes on the road, making sure I wasn't followed. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but I have a sinking feeling I haven't seen the last of Stephen Tucker. When my parents tell me they're driving down to see Aunt Beverly overnight, I can't say I'm not nervous. I'm careful not to show it. It's been a while since they've seen each other, and I'm sure if it weren't for Stephen, they'd stay longer. They'll be back on Sunday night. I manage to get through the day unfazed, but as evening falls, every noise in the house sets me on edge. A long, hot bath doesn't work its magic this time. So I'm relieved to see a text from Zia asking if I'm okay. I'm not, so I let her know quickly. Seconds later, my face app blinks, and I see Zia's face. Thank God she agreed to hang out until one of us falls asleep. A strange noise wakes me. I blink at my phone where Zia sleeps peacefully. Then I gasp. Stephen is standing in my bedroom doorway. You thought you saw the last of me, didn't you? He says quietly. I rack my brain, staring between the gun in one hand and the knife in the other. I remain still as he stares at me. Stephen, whatever you're thinking, you don't have to do this, I say loudly, trying to rouse Zia. Please, Stephen, don't do this. Just leave, and I won't call the police. I plead louder. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Zia stirring. I repeat, Stephen, please, and close my eyes. A flicker of relief washes over me as I can now see Zia moving quickly to end the call. I know with a certainty she's calling the police. Frozen in place, I watch Stephen advance toward my bed menacingly. He can't outrun a gun, so I pray Zia's call helps get here fast. The crazed look in his eye tells me he plans to end my life. Don't move, Rachel, he says in a strange sing-song voice. Where can I go? He's either going to shoot me or stab me, maybe both. He moves quickly, pistol pressing to my chest, raising his hand. I close my eyes in prayer, asking God to protect me from this madman. And then suddenly there's a loud bang. Stephen drops the knife and collapses on me. A woman screams loudly. It's not my voice I hear, but a scream I don't recognize. Even as Stephen is dragged off me with dead eyes, I can't stop screaming. I don't stop until I see Naomi's face swim before mine. I can't process what's happening until she whispers, "It's over. This nightmare is over. He's dead." She sways, eyes rolling back, and falls. I shake my head and hop off the bed, grab her, rocking her, willing her to wake up as I comfort the woman who saved my life. Blue and red flashing lights slash against the wall, and when I hear police scanners, I yell, We're up here, please, we need help, we need an ambulance." I thought Naomi was crazy, but she saved my life. The same person stalking me hurt her in a way that changed her life forever. Well, I can say the same for different reasons. I owe this woman a debt I can never repay. The end. I am so very proud of this particular piece of work. And while it was challenging because the character Alan, aka Stephen Tucker, is unlike someone that I know in life. And because of that, it was very challenging. While I'm also grateful to not know anyone like that in real life. But nonetheless, I feel very accomplished that I created this story, if you can tell by the smile on my face. But thank you for joining me for Storytime with Tanya for this story called An Unseen Threat, Part 5, the story finale.